Marlene Nielsen from Cocknock, originally from Iliamna. Um, I was raised in the Yupik culture. I've always worked with fish. Um, we subsist fish, make dry fish, dogfish. We commercial fish. There were garments that you could make out of fish skin. So I thought, well, I want to do that. And since I started working with the fish skin, I spend all the time working with it. I'm constantly playing around with it, trying different ways to make it a different texture. So I'm just constantly working with it. This is a vase that I made, and it's three rainbow trout. And the rainbow trout I caught from Cocknock. And with this piece, I lacquered it because I wanted to keep the orange color, and most colors that are most fish I put on make things with, and don't lacquer, it loses its color. I tried several different methods because I wanted to keep the color, because I noticed in most of my fish they would get this dark brown and they would actually fade, and I wanted to try to work with the color because I just love the way it looks and feels. And so I've been trying and experimenting different ways on trying to get to that stage to where I want to try to keep the color. As you're working with the dried product, you're constantly rubbing it. So when you rub the dry salmon, you lose all the scales and all the you get a different texture and different feel. It gets soft, but you lose all the visible colors and scales of the fish. So I'm excited to go home and do the different things that I saw in the museum. I've learned the new stitch, the couch stitch, double couch stitch, and single couch stitch, and I want to go back and, in fact, in the evenings I'd go back and sew a little bit, so I'm really excited. I'm just so happy that I was invited because, I don't feel alone. When I was at home, I felt alone because I constantly had to experiment and try different techniques, and now I know I have these other women to help me, try to, learn what they learned, and then see the garments in the museum, and I know that, I could make other things and try to sew the same way. When I first started, a teacher came down and he says, I've never seen fish skin being worked before. He said, boy, it would be wonderful if we could just have people bring fish up and we could make something if you could teach it. And I got so excited because I just love showing people. I want to show people and teach people how to do it because I think it's so important, because I knew it was a lost art because nobody does it. I want other people to do it. If a student asks questions, I try to spend a little bit more time answering questions with them, and they were so excited. They kept feeling the fish, and one of them said, I'm not going to throw my fish skin away anymore. There's a lot of artists out there, and they don't think they are.